Welcome to Improvisation Part 3. Now we're going to actually do a little playing and we're going to talk about some things at the most basic level. Basically, what we are going to talk about now is playing completely without parameters. Well, technically we're going to use the chromatic scale, but basically playing anything you want with all 12 notes. This is something that you need to get comfortable with. A lot of times, the biggest problem with improvisation is just that people are scared to do it. They're like, I can't do it. Oh no. Oh, I'm a classical musician and I've learned a million notes and I've played a ton of stuff, but I just can't do it. I'm incapable of improvising. Well, that's just pure cowardice and fear. So we need to get over the idea right now of playing whatever you want with absolutely no reservation, no hesitation, no judgment, nothing holding you back, no reason to be insecure, no reason to second guess yourself. You're going to decide to improvise and then you're going to do it. And there's going to be no second guessing in between that decision and the actual execution of the improvisation. So I'm assuming that you know your chromatic scale at this point. And basically, what I am tasking you to do is to do whatever you want. I'm assuming that you've been in band for a few years at this point. You've played various forms of music. And if you've played anything at all, then you can change it a little bit. You could take a passage from your concert band piece, play it a little faster or a little slower. That's actually improvisation. If you're just deciding to do that just for the sake of it, that's improvisation. Maybe add an extra note in there, just one extra note. That's improvisation. So you're telling me that you can't do that. You're telling me that the world is going to end if you don't just go for it? So the point is that if you can't be free to just express yourself completely without reservation, then you are really wasting your time getting into the further areas of improvisation and assimilating all this stuff. You know, if your mechanism doesn't work right, the stuff won't work right. You can pour as much gasoline into an engine that doesn't work and the car's not going anywhere. So I'm going to pick up my trumpet now. And I'm just going to freely improvise for a second and just see if you can understand what I'm doing here. Basically, I'm just allowing naturally for everything I've ever done to potentially come out in this improvisation. So I'm playing whatever I want. I tried to demonstrate that, you can play any interval you want, any style. You could improvise a classical piece. If you're a classical musician, just improvise this. Like, I mean, just Improvising is doing whatever you want. There's nothing you have to satisfy. We'll get to that point later. But right now, the point is to completely remove all inhibitions, basically. Just completely remove it. Don't even think twice. Don't think about what you played before. Don't think about what you're going to play, really. Don't even think too much about what you're playing. I mean, in reality, it kind of feels like not thinking. It's not an active thought process. It's more of an observational process. It's realization. You're reacting, So you play and then you react, and you play and then you react. You don't need to plan for the future, A lot of times that comes out naturally. If you put everything into the moment, a lot of times a natural storyline will develop to what you're doing. Play anything you want.